Hi, my name is Joy Gopal Poddar. I am a crime fiction author. I have written and published 18 novels. One of my recent crime thrillers is this book, The Anniversary Killer. I will be narrating the synopsis of this book. The Anniversary Killer was published in 2016. The publisher is Authors Press. The cinematic adaptation representation of this book rests with Fiction Sutra. Priyanka Singhal has been married to Jagat Singhal for 8 months, and now she plans to give a very special gift to her loving husband on his 40th birthday, a grand birthday party bash. She cannot keep this party a secret from her husband. Priyanka has to tell Jagat about it well ahead of the date, December 5, because he often goes out of town and she wants to be sure that the guest of honor will be actually there. But she keeps from him the one great secret. She is sure he will never suspect. It will highlight the evening, give her husband Jagat an occasion he'd always remember, and make the event what she really wants it to be, a true surprise party. She entrusts her secret to her best friend Simran, with whose help she starts locating contact details of her husband's schools, college, and early employers. Priyanka plans going back to the beginning of Jagat's life, contacting his teachers and professors and school and college friends and early colleagues he'd lost touch with, and having them send messages and good wishes for his birthday. What she doesn't know, however, is that Jagat also has a secret, a horrifying and terrible secret, and he has entrusted his secret to no one. Methodically, Priyanka starts tracking Jagat's past, and as she does so, disturbing discoveries are made, and a panic begins to grow. She finds no trace of a birth certificate, no school records, no college records either. The schools he claims to have gone to deny any knowledge of his existence. So does his college. There is no trace of Jagat in his hometown or wherever he claimed to have worked in the early part of his career. Planning for Jagat's 40th birthday starts becoming a horror, an excursion into a past that might not exist. Priyanka Singhal knows of no wife who's faced what she's now facing, being married to a wonderful man whose past seems not to exist. Then she is thunderstruck by learning the fact that there had been a Jagat Singhal in the army who had died in action, and that her husband had used his service number. Obviously, Jagat had found out about the dead army officer and taken his name and number because he needed some kind of verifiable military reference. But why? It eventually becomes impossible not to accept the reality. Everything Jagat had told her about his past was a lie. Jagat is a lie. Frightened, Priyanka goes to the police. As the truth unfolds, with the police conducting an investigation into Jagat's background, unknown to Jagat, but at the behest of Priyanka, she comes to realize that it is not only her marriage that can end, it is her life. And she now knows the exact date when her death will happen, and how it will happen, and the unimaginable reason why. For, as his birthday approaches, Priyanka's transformation in the twisted depths of Jagat's psyche begins. All he can see beneath her dark brown hair is another face. All he can hear is another woman's screaming voice. That woman his mother, needs to be silenced. In the same manner, she had silenced someone Jagat had deeply loved, his father, many years ago. He no longer sees Priyanka, his wife. He sees Radhika, his long dead mother, the one woman he's hated for 3 decades and more. Unknown to Priyanka, Jagat goes shopping. He buys a bicycle chain and a hammer, similar to what his mother had used over 30 years ago to kill his father on their son's birthday on December 5th. And Priyanka would not be his first anniversary victim, nor is she expected to be the last. They all resembled his mother in approximate age and looks. That is why they had been, so as to say, chosen. Priyanka is devastated and terrified at learning the truth about her husband from all the police investigations. His real name, it turned out, was Arun. And yes, he was a suspected serial killer. But so far, there had been no clear evidence to link him to his suspected victims. What is even more frightening to Priyanka is that the police, who have nothing but circumstantial evidence against him, expect her to act normal and continue with the birthday party, and then help them catch Jagat in the very act of trying to kill her after the party is over. What follows on December 5th, immediately after the party, after all the guests have departed, is a night of bone-chilling suspense. Jagat Singhal is caught by the police in the act of trying to kill Priyanka and dies in the showdown. What Priyanka does not know, however, is that Jagat was not the only deadly lie in her life. Soon after, Priyanka Singhal joins Ramesh Sharma in holy matrimony and becomes his lawful wedded wife. Ramesh had been a close friend of Jagat and had been a pillar of strength and support to Priyanka in the aftermath of Jagat's death. What Priyanka does not know is that Ramesh was also Jagat's younger brother. The day after the wedding, Ramesh goes shopping and buys a hammer and a bicycle chain. My book, The Anniversary Killer, ends here, and the rest is left to the reader's imagination. The Anniversary Killer was published in 2016. This book's publisher is Authors Press. The cinematic adaptation representation for The Anniversary Killer rests with Fiction Sutra. Now, a little bit of information about me. As you already know, I am Joy Gopal Poddar. My friends call me Joy. I am a crime fiction author. Forbes magazine has listed me as a top 100 celebrity author of India. The newspaper Gulf News has labeled me as India's marathon author. The Limca Book of Records has recognized me as India's fastest published crime fiction author. I have held this national record for 6 years, from 2012 to 2017, beating my own previous record each subsequent year. I have written 18 books. I began writing novels 10 years ago when I turned 50. If you take into account my yet to be published books, my manuscript count is 24. My fans have uploaded my biography on Wikipedia. My bestsellers include The Anniversary Killer, Chief Minister's Mistress, Millennium City, Beware of the Night, Merchants of Dreams, Mumbai Dreams, Goddess, my only romantic comedy novel so far, Three Mixed Up Men, and my medical crime thriller, Cancer.